Hi, Nancy. Thanks for joining me today to talk about this Ayurvedic nutrition program that you're on. And before we go ahead, I'd need to ask you if you're okay that we record this session.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super. All right. So what made you take this training on Ayurvedic nutrition, and why Jivita Academy's program?
Well, I decided I needed something, because I lived a really sort of fast-paced, highly stressed life, and my job was very demanding, and I was starting to see some cracks mentally and physically. And there's a lot of information out there about specific diets and lots of conflicting information, and I've almost tried everything, and nothing seems to work for a long time. So I just thought there had to be something else, and that's why I turned to a more holistic and Eastern way of nutrition, and wanted to learn more about that and how do I maintain balance in a sustainable way. And I decided to take on this particular program because the material itself is very practical and bite-sized, so that I can digest the information. What I loved about it was also the mentoring program, having that weekly touch point with yourself. It helped me to keep myself accountable, but it was just a really nice journey, I think, that we've been through together. And I've got the chance to see it, feel it myself. There was some stuff that you've in the past have asked me to do. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. But then I do it, and the next week I'll be, I know this is the best thing. Why didn't I do this before? So this program is a really nice mix of practical, lots of reading, lots of studying, yes, but also lots of trying things out.
Right. So you're happy with how the program is run, and I guess, have you been happy with the content level that you expected?
Yeah, very. I think I think it's exceeded all my expectation, because obviously I'm absorbing the information, so it means it's at a level that it's right for me to understand. And some of the comparison to my health and some of the illnesses or ailments that I used to have, I no longer have, or it's at a much lesser extent. So the practical side is also really at a really good pace as well, and it clearly has made a positive impact mentally and physically for me.
So what would you say would be the most important teachings you've received during your journey?
Yeah, it's a tough one, but so many. But I think what I've learned most out of this is to connect to myself a lot more, and being aware, and then knowing how to balance my imbalances, and having sort of the toolkit and the knowledge to do that. It really comes from a place so in other sort of avenues or diets or approach to health, there was a lot of shaming, or there was a lot of criticism, self-criticism from myself, going, oh, I couldn't do the 5-day diet. It was too difficult. And in the end, I had, I don't know, something to eat. But whereas this has really taught me to be in harmony with myself, to be okay with myself, to be, yes, sometimes we all get out of balance, but the important thing is, how do we get ourselves back on track? So the ability the awareness of my body, mentally and physically, the connection and the appreciation I think I have of Mother Nature as well, and using what she provides to help me balance or understand my imbalances. So together, I think that's probably my biggest learning.
Right. So is there any advice you would give those that are about to make this decision on joining?
Yeah, I would say do it. Do it now. Don't wait. It's completely changed my life and how I look at health and wellness. And it's got all the tools. It's not necessarily a very difficult thing, but once you start to appreciate the foundation of it, it's actually something that's very easy that we can incorporate into our lifestyle that can really make a big impact to our diet and lifestyle and health. So I would say, do it as soon as you can, because it does make a difference. The other thing is, I found it with a bit of commitment, attending the one-on-ones, and don't be shy and go and be open to trying new things. That's the best way, I think, for me anyway, that I've got a lot out of this course, because I gave everything a go. I was committed. And of course, we had Christmas and whatnot in between. So, it's not, it's not always perfect. But that in itself had a bit of learning for me too. Yeah. So I think it's a commitment to learn and trying.
But learning also how to do the wrong things.
Yes.
There's a way of doing them as well. Okay, well, many thanks, Nancy. It's been a pleasure studying with you.
Thank you so much for your teaching.
My pleasure. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. I'm going to stop recording now. Okay.